Hello everyone, back to you today's first video to Web Forecast Week ahead for today's first video. So as always on a Saturday we're having a detailed look at the weather for the coming week. And we're going to be seeing an unsettled week ahead, going to be very changeable, low pressure moving in from off the Atlantic, especially in the second half of the week. But it's coming up against an area of high pressure over Scandinavia, so this battle between the two air masses is going to create some complications about how quickly we can clear this rain away from the country in the second half of the week, whether it just gets a bit stuck over the UK. If it does, then it could turn out to be very wet in the second half of the week indeed. There is a suggestion from some of the model output this morning that we may actually start to pull in some colder air to these weather fronts that become stuck across the country. If that happens, it's not impossible we might see some snow, but at the moment it looks like a very low risk for that. But we will need to keep a close eye on it. And generally, the confidence in the forecast around Wednesday, Thursday onwards is very low this week. So I'll get on with the weekend forecast for you very shortly. Just say that today's second video we're having a look at weather next week, 10 days. And then tonight we've got the 17th Christmas update coming up for you as always. The websites we're using for weekend forecasts are going from weatherout.com and westend.d, and you can find links to both websites on the links page. So this is the latest radar picture from the Weather Outlook, and we can see that we've got an area of more general rain. Now, I have had showers in West this morning. We've got an area of more general rain now across southwestern Scotland, through Northern Ireland, also coming down into the northwest of England, through Wales and down into southwestern parts of England as well. Scotland has had showers, but they are becoming lighter through the course of the morning. They have become lighter through the course of the morning. They're generally becoming more scattered. Many central eastern areas that have actually had quite a nice morning. Plenty of sunny spells. Although this band of showery rain in the west will be spreading eastwards through the course of this afternoon, I think. So here today's toxic pressure chart, we can see that low pressure is in control of the weather today. We've got the main area of low pressure to the south of Scandinavia. We've got another little trough that's banding those showers together in the west right now, and that'll be spreading eastwards through the course of this afternoon and this evening. So plenty of sunshine at the moment across eastern Britain, but I think it will be turning cloudier this afternoon, and those showery outbreaks of rain will be spreading eastwards, particularly affecting southwest Scotland, Northern Ireland, down to England and Wales, driven in by quite a strong wind, especially across Ireland, England and Wales. We're seeing gusts again, perhaps up to around 40 miles an hour. Up across Scotland, things are calmer up there and showers are dying out. What showers there are, though, could be quite heavy across the north of Scotland, and they may be wintry over high ground. Temperatures will show a big range today from just 4 degrees in the far north of Scotland to possibly 12 degrees, 54 Fahrenheit in the southeast. It will be a mild afternoon in the southeast. Overnight tonight we'll bring another weather front southwards across the UK, so we'll see a band of showers moving southwards, more general showers that is, moving southwards through Northern Ireland and northern England. Scotland, again, mostly dry, and there'll be wintry showers draped around the coast, but inland probably dry with a widespread frost. Temperature going down to around -1, some Scottish glens. And then for the rest of England and Wales, we have quite a few showers around southern and western areas, although inland and to the southeast, probably a fair amount of dry weather. Temperatures will be cold up in the north, but most places actually see the temperatures holding up at around 6 or 7 degrees, so shouldn't be any problems with temperatures away from Scotland through the course of tonight. Now into Sunday, we'll start to move the wind into the north to northwest and build this ridge in from off the Atlantic. A band of showers will carry on moving southwards through England and Wales during the course of Sunday morning, clearing away by Sunday afternoon, with showers mostly confined to coastal areas and up in the far north during Sunday afternoon. Wintry showers again across higher ground of central and northern Scotland, but many places actually having a dry afternoon with sunny spells. Temperatures will be very similar to today's in the north, around 4 or 5 degrees. In the south, though, it will be a cooler day, much closer to average, with temperatures of around 7, 8 for most places, perhaps 10 degrees possible on the south coast. That would be particularly in the morning. And then we're into Monday, and high pressure is dominating weather as we start the working week, although the next area of low pressure will just be starting to head into the far northwest of Scotland. Monday could start off dry and quite cold. There may be a ground frost down across England and Wales and air frost for northern England and Scotland. 1 or 2 fog patches are possible as well on Monday morning. But otherwise, actually looking at quite a decent day, a fair amount of dry weather, some sunny spells coming through. Although by the end of Monday afternoon, cloud and outbreaks of rain will be spreading into Northern Ireland and western parts of Scotland. Temperatures a bit on the chilly side, ranging from around 3 to 8 degrees Celsius. And then the rest of the week, it's really a case of this battle going on between high pressure over Scandinavia and low pressure out in the Atlantic. We've been talking about this a lot in the videos over the past few days. This high pressure over Scandinavia will be strengthening in the week ahead, and it's going to block the progress of these weather systems, these areas of low pressure and their fronts moving across the UK. So it's a complicated weather pattern, and you can expect some changes, I would have thought, on the forecast from Tuesday onwards in the days ahead. So it will be a case of watching this space, I think, in the coming days. For Tuesday, I think we'll have cloud and outbreaks of rain in the west. Some of that rain could be quite heavy, especially through western and southwestern parts of Scotland, down to Northern Ireland, into the northwest of England, and through the west of Wales and down to southwest England. That's where the wettest of weather will be on Tuesday. Many central and eastern areas will stay dry with sunny spells, and we may have some fairly widespread dense fog to contend with in the east and the southeast on Tuesday morning, and then perhaps again on Tuesday evening. That will be something to watch out for. We are bringing up the air from a southerly direction, so technically it will be a milder day, with temperatures probably at around 10 degrees quite widely across the country. Although if we do get any lingering fog over in the east, then temperatures will be cooler there. Now we stagger the first weather front across the country on Wednesday. We have got a weak feature, but it's going to struggle to clear eastern parts of the country. And then notice this rapidly deepening area of low pressure to west of Ireland. A monster low forming in the middle of the North Atlantic. And that's going to be coming up against this ridge of high pressure that is strengthening all the time up over Scandinavia in the second half of the week. So Wednesday probably starts off cloudy and damp for central and eastern parts of the country. The rain that we have in the west on Tuesday will be over in the east on Wednesday, and I think it's going to really struggle to clear away from the east coast. So some of those eastern coast counties could well stay cloudy and damp for much of the day. Brighter skies in the west should spread to central parts of the country, although by the end of Wednesday, as you can see, we are likely to be bringing heavy rain and gale force winds into parts of western Ireland. Be a generally cooler day on Wednesday, with temperatures back down closer to average, around 7-8 degrees for most of us in the south, and around 4 or 5 up in the north. Let battle commence as we go through into Thursday. So we've got the 1035 millibar area of high pressure over Scandinavia. We've got all this low pressure in the Atlantic, and we've got these weather fronts desperately trying to push across the UK, but coming up against this blocking high and tending to get a bit stuck. So Thursday might start off dry in the north and the east, but in western, southwestern areas, cloud and heavy outbreaks of rain from the word go, and that wet weather spreads northwards and eastwards across the country during the course of Thursday. And it could well be pouring with rain all day across many parts of the country. Now, just ahead of this wet weather, the air is quite cold in the North Sea, and we are bringing cold air in from the Northern Atlantic as well behind the weather front. So along that weather front, as it gets stuck, we may find some undercutting of cold air beginning to take place, both from the east, but actually more likely from the northwest. And if that happens, with a bit of evaporative cooling thrown in as well, it's not impossible we might find some of that rain turning to sleet or wet snow. And that would be most likely over high ground in the north. But again, it's something that we've got to try and firm up on. There's just a suggestion of it within some of the model output at the moment that this could happen on Thursday. But we do need to be monitoring and keeping an eye on it. So temperatures quite cold really in the wet weather, only around 4, 5 or 6 degrees at best. If it brightens up in the west, you might get temperatures around 7 or 8 degrees there, but generally a cold, wet day coming up on Thursday. And then we do it all over again by looking at it on Friday. The high pressure is still there over Scandinavia, so still blocking the route of these low pressures from off the Atlantic. And we bring another low pressure in from off the Atlantic Ocean up against that high pressure on Friday. So the wet weather that we have on Thursday probably dies out, fizzles out as we go through Thursday night, may lead to some dense fog patches and possibly some ground frost as well. Friday I think starts off dry, maybe with some fog patches in places, but more wet weather pushes into the west. Central and eastern areas are likely to stay mostly dry. Winds are from a southerly direction again, so temperatures could become quite mild in the west, maybe up to around 10 degrees. But again, central east is probably quite cold at around 4, 5 or 6 degrees, at least until that rain arrives. Next weekend looks very unsettled, so low pressure is out west of the UK, still bringing in these weather systems from off the Atlantic, so expect more heavy rain at times. And again, we do have to keep an eye on what that Scandinavian high is doing. This particular GFS run wants to start to receive the Scandinavian high back into west of Russia, but we do need to keep a close eye on that. I don't think it's at all certain that that will in fact happen as we go through next weekend, so we might keep more of an influence from the Scandinavian high, blocking those areas of low pressure from transferring eastwards. If that happens, then there will be more heavy and persistent rain across the country. So finally, just having a look at charts of weather outlook. Here we go for today. We've got the showery burst moving across England and Wales, but it's turning drier across Scotland and Northern Ireland. Temperatures very mild in the south, but quite a lot colder in the north. Sunday will be a cooler day for most of us, but it will be a slightly drier day, especially in central and eastern parts of the country. Lots of dry weather through into Monday as well, but then Tuesday starts to bring showery outbreaks of rain into west, although many central and eastern areas are likely to stay dry. Wednesday, so I think we could still have some rain left across these eastern coastal areas. Fair amount of dry weather, a bit of a cooler day on Wednesday, more rain probably into west by the end of the day. Thursday looks thoroughly wet and miserable, outbreaks of heavy rain across many parts of the country. Temperatures will be quite cold with that wet weather as well. We might even turn some of the rain to sleet or wet snow up in the north, and then we've got more heavy rain piling in as we go through into Friday as well. Again, temperatures generally will be quite cold. So in summary, there's a lot going on in the week ahead. We've got a lot to keep an eye on. It's going to be an unsettled week, starting off showery. Then we get a bit of a drier spell through the early part of the week. Monday and Tuesday shouldn't have too much rain, but from Wednesday onwards through to the second half of the week, it turns very wet and quite cold with outbreaks of heavy rain. And maybe even a suggestion of something a little bit wintry on Thursday, but we do need to keep an eye on that because it's very uncertain. Right, come back this afternoon when we'll have a look at the weather for the next week to 10 days in detail with the GFS, the ECM and the GM. And then tonight we've got the 17th Christmas update. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.